but she gets no mans. You know, you've heard of no bitches, but this is no man's behavior.
Huh? Kaboom!
Pee ding dong. I have immense, vast vocabulary. This is called Are Women Destroying Their Own Dating Pool? Let's find out.
Welcome back to another Dadvocate video. What's that, Cora? You want them to like the video already? Oh, you also wanted me to tell them that YouTube memberships and Patreon memberships come with early access to videos and
That's a
members
cute
only
cat.
lives? What can I say? She's a smart cat. One
That's
thing
a
Cora
cute
and I
cat.
have noticed is that women are getting a lot pickier, aren't they? I mean, you can't escape it. It's the bar is in hell here. It's men ain't shit here. We've got ick lists. Have you seen the ick lists? Men can't ride bikes. They can't order girly drinks. They can't swim funny. They can't bowl funny. Every day.
Bro, part of me wonders, okay, because rage sells now, right? Rage sells. Like, you could say something that, you know, and as long as, like, on Twitter, you don't get, like, corrected by their system, you could make money off of having a bad opinion. Like, I just can't I can't not think of the possibility that there is at least a sizable chunk. I don't know how big, right? But there's at least a chunk of these that are like, man, I could just say men swim funny and that's enough for Taco Bell, you know? Like, I feel like at least some of them are motivated by the fact that rage, like, sells.
Every day online, it seems, I am warned as a woman that some tiny, superficial, almost meaningless trait is actually a deadly quality in a man that I need to avoid at all costs. And I get having high standards. I get having strong boundaries. I think that people are allowed to have as high of standards for their own dating preferences as they want. I'm not telling you that you can't say that you need a 6-foot-tall, well-hung millionaire. I will say...
I'm judging. That's nice of her. I'm personally being like, really now? That's what you need, huh? She doesn't want a knight in shining armor. She wants... I'd probably start laughing. I wouldn't be able to contain myself if a girl looked at me dead in the eyes and told me that.
You might be culling your dating market herd expeditiously. I do fear that a lot of these new standards, requirements, or ick lists are just things that are causing us to destroy our own dating pool. There are definitely very fair standards, like refusing to date a guy who doesn't have a job, or refusing to date a girl who can't drive. I can understand not wanting to date a guy if he's obsessed with sports, if you hate sports. I can understand not wanting to date a woman who is obsessed with going out partying if you're a total introvert. But
yeah, but all of these are personality traits. All of these are like compatibility, things that you already know about yourself that you enjoy or don't enjoy doing that wouldn't feel fulfilling.
How many good men are we throwing right in the garbage over arbitrary bullshit that we heard from women online? Let me give you just one example of this.
The biggest red flag that you should ever have in a man is if he likes anime.
This has gotta be bait, and if it's not, she's getting paid either way. She either really is cooked and getting paid for it, or she really isn't, and she's saying it because it pays off. I don't know what's worse. That was not according to Kate Kaku. That was not Sugoi.
Anime as the biggest red flag.
That was my first thought.
She'll never tell you that you make her heart go toki toki.
Biggest?
No.
I know that it's not all women thinking as such, because a lot of women are anime fans.
Yeah, we don't claim her.
It's just sad that a girl
I like the music.
could find a guy that is perfect, that checks all the green boxes,
The sad piano.
but wouldn't give him the time of day because he loves anime. Because she considers that as the biggest red flag. Not him being a player, a cheater, a lying piece of shit, or him putting his hands on women in a violent way. Nah. He loves anime, that's a no-go, that's a red flag.
In my opinion, this is gonna sound really bad. This is from women who have never ever experienced having, like, seeing some bad. You know what I mean? Like this comes from like a girl that I'm sorry, but she gets no man's. You know, you've heard of no bitches, but this is no man's behavior. This is not socializing with a lot of guys, seeing the troubles that people go through, seeing like, you know, they're making a checklist. They don't know what relationships are, I don't feel like. You know what I mean?
The creator who sent that to me is a guy named Greg Michaels. You should definitely go check him out. But really, we
It's
had the
not
exact
1995 anymore.
I'd laugh at her all the way back in time. I'd take whatever portal I needed. I'd laugh at her. I'd laugh at her in 95. I'd laugh at her in 1950. I'd laugh at her if she was back before, like, the first, the first man or woman alive. I laugh. Like, what are you doing?
exact same reaction. Like, the biggest
Nightless behavior.
red
Instead of
flag,
maidless.
a guy's biggest red flag, you're saying, is if he likes anime. Some women out there, they truly have no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. To me,
I think it literally isn't self-preservation. I think it's that they just don't. I feel like they actually haven't gone out in the world and just hung out with people or talked to them.
either I'm reading way too into this or I'm just good at pattern recognition, but she strikes me as the kind of person who learned very early on in life, probably because there was really no sense of urgency for her to do anything else, that being popular, being socially accepted is the number one most important thing above all else. Above ensuring that a man has emotional stability, can control his temper and attitude even during hard times, is friendly and humble and takes care of others. No, her number one priority is making sure that she is not seen with some weeb. Like, I'm sorry, but that's
Not
all
the
it really comes
weeb.
down to, is that she was conditioned to believe that anybody who watches anime is a nerd, an outcast, someone you just don't want to be seen with. She never grew out of that need to have these cliques and to attempt to be the queen bee of the cool girls.
She might be right, but I actually think it's the inverse. I think she's trying to cover up for the fact that she literally I don't know, maybe my perspective is meaner, right? You guys will have to tell me what you think. But I think that literally this behavior, also you could see it in guys where they'll be like, I only like women with double D kahunas that are 5'3", that are tan, that have hair that goes down to their butt, that just squats every day. And you hear this and you're just like, have you ever spoke to a woman or like?
This is not Burger King. You can't have it your own way, my guy.
Yeah, yes.
This is a person who established an us versus them at a very early age and is
Yeah, they aren't broken or not perfect enough for you. You're the problem.
probably just never going to change. I can tell you this is certainly a person who has never actually gotten to know someone who likes anime. Or she's just universally recognized as such a judgmental person that the people in her life who do like anime would never talk to her about it. Because the only reason that anime used to be seen as nerdy or weird back in the day is because it wasn't widely circulated. It wasn't viral, it wasn't super popular, and so people just didn't really understand it. Let's be honest,
Yep.
America was also really mad at Japan for a while. We know now
Yep.
that watching cartoons as adults is perfectly fine, and if we would have known it back then, we wouldn't have completely outcast those people. The only reason those people were outcast was because of people like the person who made this video, not because there's anything actually wrong with anime. Let's take a pretty
No, of course
well-known
not.
anime, like Pokemon, for example.
I also think that people who are insecure like to try to have something over other people to dangle above them, like somehow they're a higher standard. So like if you hear like, oh, it's really lame if somebody watches anime, then if you put on your dating profile or whatever, like, I don't date lame people that watch anime, it's like somehow like a way to puff your chest, like you're cool, but you're really not. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but people will do this to try to stand above people, like they're not extremely fucking insecure. Like it's all a front when like they never have been with anyone. Like, okay, it's kind of like, for example, the people who will insult your looks the most usually have like a dog profile picture or like don't post their own face. It's like, man, I really am bent out of shape that like the Simpsons profile picture, man, says that I don't have a nice voice, you know? Like it's that sort of thing where it's just like, man, you have to be the most secure person to make that post.
Talk about a show and a game that has united generations. People are already playing Pokemon with their kids. Where is the red flag there? You want to know something else funny? I bet you every gym crush she has ever had has Dragon Ball Z music on their playlist while they're
Oh,
lifting.
absolutely. I've been to the gym. The amount of people, the amount of guys that are unaware that they're like blasting fucking Pokemon or Naruto, and they think nobody can hear them through their big old headphones, and it's like, I wanna be the very best. And it's like this huge man that's like very sinister looking, not smiling, like sweating, like doing weights, and he's just like listening to Pokemon, okay? That's like at least half the people at the gym, all right? She's gonna be sorely disappointed.
Now, because of some cultural differences, I can see how some people see anime as maybe being like more perverted than typical American cartoons.
Yes, I also think this is actually the issue, is that a lot of women who have not been with guys, I think this all ties in, right? I think this is women who haven't dated anyone putting up a front. And I think that they're insecure about the fact that guys might watch hentai and that anime is like, you know, shows women who are pretty and sexy, and that intimidates them, unironically. The reason I say that is because when I was little, like 14, I used to be like, I want to look like those anime girls. Why can't I look like that? I wonder if guys expect me to look like that. I mean, I was a kid, granted, but like this is just immaturity, like at its finest.
Fan service is a thing, but getting on a high horse about it and pretending like American culture is so much more morally superior and above that is delusional. Like, come on, we can be gross too. But more importantly, there is so much more to anime than that. There is probably an anime for every single interest out there in the world.
Yeah.
You like to cook, there's an anime for that.
Bro, also, I guarantee you the second you showed her one of the animes that caters to women, she would take it back. Because, like, every girl I've seen that is insecure about anime women, they have not seen... There are plenty of anime that caters to women.
You like farming, there's an anime for that. Fashion...
Boko no Pico chat, we don't want to mortify them, okay? We gotta ease them in. Unless she's unwilling to compromise. Then we say, you know what? It's not gonna work out, but here's the best anime I know you have to watch it, and you give her that as like a, you know... It's too late to compromise, then we go with the war option.
Anime. Like, really think about this. You have decided that the most dangerous and harmful quality that a man could possibly exhibit is being interested in a form of animation that can take on so many various shapes, sizes, worlds, and imaginations.
I really wish I didn't take that as boobs, but my brain is too much in the gutter. See, as a fellow nerd, I will judge people based on what anime figures are in the collection. Because if you have the generic ones, I know you have it, like, you are only, like, you are not very deep.
Huh?
That was the worst thing you could ever think of. And you might be thinking, well, when you phrase it like that, it doesn't sound so bad. Guess what? Because it's never been bad. What I described is what anime has always been. It's just so short-sighted and reductionist to automatically assume that anyone who likes anime must be nerdy or antisocial or childish. Hayao Miyazaki.
And if they are, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being nerdy? Does that hurt anybody? Are you so insecure that anybody having unique qualities or characteristics is so intimidating that you just can't fathom speaking to them or being associated with them? Because you are probably fucking boring.
Miyazaki's work, for example, is not only stunningly gorgeous with some of the most well-written characters you will ever see, but his work also focuses on compassion, community, resilience, and how our place in nature will be remembered. The reason so
they better not have watched Disney as a kid.
So many athletes love the story of Naruto, for example, is because it focuses a lot on the bonds between rivals and teammates, as well as things like forgiveness. One Piece is an amazing anime about pirates, which a lot of people treasure for all of their themes.
There's too many pieces in this one. I've tried, but I just can't get through that one.
Loyalty, friendship, sacrifice. The art's cool, the storylines are great, but guess what? Anime is also good for the economy. Remember the Turkey-Syria earthquakes in 2023? Pokemon donated $5 million to restoration efforts. The creator of One Piece, Oda, also donated $8 million to relief efforts. Anime conventions have raised
I didn't know that.
millions
That's
of
sweet. What
dollars
the
for
heck?
hospitals and research as well. Yeah.
I didn't realize that there was stuff donated for charities and hospitals from anime. That's wholesome.
I'm sorry, but my final response is that if you're gonna call a guy a red flag just for watching anime, that says way more about you than him. Saying
Yeah, that's
it's
what
the
I was saying.
Biggest red flag tells me that you care more about clout and image than you do about sincerity, honesty, character. Anime fans.
To me, the most attractive thing you could have, as long as you're not like narcissistic or mean, right? Like outside that, is confidence. Just being generically confident about what you want and what you have to offer is like the best thing you could have for anything, for making friends, for getting a job, for like getting a partner. Like that's what
Fans
this
are
is.
engaging with
It's
stories that talk
stinky.
about friendship, perseverance, and creativity. You're obsessing about how your boyfriend's hobbies are gonna look on your Instagram story.
Yep.
Which one of those is the real red flag? And
That is so, yeah, that is so gross. Like, why do you care if somebody else that you associate with somehow cares that I watch anime? Do they have so little of a life that they gotta care about that? What a boring existence.
like I always say, you're allowed to have whatever kind of preferences that you want for dating. If she
See, my call to the void being a gremlin, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but like, my call to the void is I would like constantly want to bother these people. I would like be like, give me a Naruto outfit on Amazon tomorrow to wear over to your friend's house and act like this is what I wear every day. It's not, but I want to do it just to get the reaction and act like it's fine. All my friends are too weird to not know that I would be fucking with them, but this person might legitimately. Oh, I'm about to Naruto run. They've never seen this before.
doesn't like anime, she doesn't get it, it's not her thing, and she'd rather date someone with more common interests, that's fine. But calling liking it the biggest red flag is the thing that I just can't get past. You definitely don't have to date anybody who likes anime. It's just that why are you painting them to other people as people who are dangerous? When we have
Because insecurity. I also think that like disliking, like you could say I'm not really interested in that. So somebody whose entire existence revolves around that, like just like with sports, it's not really my thing. And if that's all they talk about, we're not gonna have any conversation, sure. But like saying you specifically don't like it, just like it smells insecure.
men, like Greg said, actually laying hands on women, emotionally harming them, cheating on them. You'd rather get cheated on than know that your man watched an episode of Fairy Tale? Honey, I'm home. Oh my god! Oh, thank God. That's just another woman in our bed. I thought you were reading Inuyasha. Okay, time to go over.
All right. To Fairy Tale's kind of a generic one. We could do better. You know, I feel like at least Naruto's got better fighting scenes. I'd be kind of disappointed. Like, I guess it's a good start.
For our monthly what is this? Oh, thank God. It's just a gambling addiction.
I wasn't slandering Inuyasha. I was slandering Fairy Tale.
I thought he was buying anime again. I'm just gonna check his drawers for something. Oh God. Oh, thank God, it's just a crack pipe. I thought it was manga. Do you hear how crazy that sounds?
Nah,
And again, like
she
maybe
would say manga. She would say it wrong. She'd say it like a mango.
this is a good thing. I'm glad that she is
The
letting
manga.
this all be known so that people who like anime and are good men can just avoid that situation. But I do want to pose the question.
My man, he's cheating on me with Gunpla again. He's cheating on me with robots that take him at least 10 hours to build and cost him $200.
Because I have my own theories.
And afterwards, he reads mangoes.
Do you think that there's a chance that her immediate judgment and dismissal of hobbies and interests that don't particularly align with her own are going to bleed negatively into other aspects of her dating life, even if they don't involve people who like anime? Because I myself definitely don't watch as much anime as my husband does, but if I were to hear someone making fun of someone else just for liking anime, I would think a lot less of that person. I just think she's a bully who likes to pick on nerds. And I don't think she realized.
Yep, and I think bullies usually are very, very insecure people that need to find themselves before they think about dating other people.
How much of the cool guys that she actually likes are secretly nerds. I think this take is going to come back and bite her hard. But what do you guys think? Do you think there's any truth to there being red flags behind people who really like anime? How would you
I think that there is no red flag that exists over a hobby. It's all about personality traits. Like if it's a person that can only talk about manga and like the other girl, let's say, doesn't really do that, right? If that's all you talk about, then you're like not like you're being selfish and only caring about your hobbies. So the problem is you're selfish, not that you like manga, right? Does that make sense? It's usually character traits that are the problem, not the hobby itself. Are you considerate? Does the person share the hobbies with you? Do you share their interests too, even if you're not interested in them? It's all about the compromise and about caring about the other person. It's about being selfless and not all about your narcissistic, like, I don't know. So many people are narcissistic, that's the issue. Or like all in their own head with their own insecurities that they take out on other people because they don't know what they want from themselves. And then they try to get with people because they think that'll somehow complete them or make them find themselves easier. It's like, nah, you gotta sit there and figure yourself out.
feel if one of your friends or someone you knew had this opinion? Have you ever had a potential partner say something like this to you? I want to know what you guys think about this one. It made me a little bit mad, but you tell me what you think. If you enjoyed my commentary, please like the video, subscribe to my channel for more, and you can even turn on the notification bell if you want some alerts on when I go live. All right, that's about all I've got for you today. Bye!
Oh, she Naruto ran! She Naruto ran! 11 out of 10. Naruto running off screen. That's a cute kitty. Anyways, I think this is a really good video. I think people's interests shouldn't matter outside of like, you know, lifestyle and interests, like, you know what I mean? Personality types, basically. Yeah. And I think what'll happen is the way it's going to bite her in the butt, or anybody who's like this, is quietly, because people just won't want to approach people like this, right? It's not about what will be said to you. It's about what won't be said to you, because people just won't want to be around judgmental people, right?